Welcome back to Brand the Future. She's Leslie Chan.
That's Colin Carroll.
We got a great show for you this week. We're going to reveal the Brandy Award winner for the blogging contest, the best blog of the week. We're also going to have a new segment. It's called Brand Your Brain.
Wait, Colin, what is that? That sounds kind of creepy.
You know, it really does. Brand Your Brain, we're going to go out and quiz you guys, the Virginia Tech students, about marketing and advertising knowledge and trivia. So it should be really interesting. We're going to test you guys and see how smart you are. Then, we're going to sit down and talk with Assistant Professor of Marketing Rajesh Bagchi. He did a new research study, really interesting stuff, so we're looking forward to sharing that with you.
Before we talk about that, I've noticed you're wearing a new t-shirt today.
Well, yes, I am. This is the new marketing website t-shirt, Engage, Excite, Enter. There is a lovely QR code on the back, links you right to the Virginia Tech marketing website. Really cool stuff. You can go there and check out great videos by Leslie and me. This week, the Brandy Award winner. I know you've all been waiting. This week it goes to Viara Kostova. She did a blog about an article that was on NPR.com. It was about QR codes. Leslie, tell us about it.
Well, if you didn't know from Colin's t-shirt, the QR codes are basically quick response codes. They're pixelated squares that you basically hold your camera phone up to it, it takes a picture of it, links you to either that website or maybe that special deal of the day. So a lot of marketers are actually using it nowadays.
Well, it sounds like a pretty cool technology, but I know there are a few skeptics out there. In the NPR article, there was a director of brand development for a restaurant. He said that marketing is a lot like telling a joke. And the longer the joke, the better the punchline has to be. Unfortunately, for QR codes, it's a pretty long joke.
That is true, and also sometimes for the service, it takes a really long time for that page to load. There's actually a study done by ComScore, and they found out that only 6% of the mobile subscribers even use QR code apps. And most of the people that use them are actually white, wealthy males. And so they're missing a huge segment out of everyone who uses cell phones.
Interesting. Well, there's also a new technology. It's called near-field communication. It's where you take your smartphone and you tap it on a plate right by the cash register at a grocery or some other store. And when you tap it on this plate, it automatically deducts the money that you owe from your bank account.
I've never even heard of that technology before. My question is, are QR codes worth the trouble for marketers?
Very interesting question, Leslie. What do you guys think? Should marketers be using QR codes? And we're wondering if you guys even know what a QR code is. In this week's edition of Brand Your Brain, we went out and quizzed you guys, and the results might just surprise you. Dan, what's a QR code?
Hell if I know.
Katie, what's a QR code?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
And throw out a guess for me.
Qualitative research?
Gianna, you ever heard of a QR code?
No, sir.
Any guesses as to what it might be?
Not really.
None?
Nope.
Throw out a guess.
I don't know. QR code. Quantitative something. I really wish I knew, but I don't.
I don't have no idea what it is. I have no idea.
How about you? You ever heard of it?
No.
Well, have you ever heard of an ink blot test?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what you see in this ink blot test.
The sun.
You see the sun? Where?
Yes, I do. Right there.
What do you see? What do you see in this picture here?
Just look like some random dots.
God. I honestly,
Throw out a guess.
bet.
Do you see the hidden rabbit?
No.
You don't see it?
No.
It's right there, Dan.
I don't see it.
Dude, there's clearly a dog right in there. You see it?
Nope.
Look closely.
Not seeing a dog.
Okay, now do you see the hidden bunny rabbit in there?
No, I think I see a frog though.
What if I showed you this picture? What would you do with this?
Nothing.
You ever seen one of these before?
Yes.
What are they for?
You scan them and they give you information.
Now, if I were to show you this picture, what would you do with it?
Scan it with my phone. Oh, that's the thing you're supposed to scan, right?
Alex, what's a QR code?
It's the little codes that scan on your smartphone to get. I don't know what they're for, but I know you scan them.
It's one of those scanner things. Yeah, QR code.
That's right. Okay. Now, have you ever used one before?
I did it once.
All I know is it's a image that you can scan with like a cell phone or other device, and it'll bring up like text or a link to a video or pictures, things like that. So.
That's the two-dimensional like barcodes.
The little box for droids.
That's right. You got it. You ever used one before?
Yeah.
Well, normally when I like see them somewhere like on a poster or something, I'll just scan it just to see what it's all about.
No, I think I see a frog though.
Wow, Colin, I can't believe they didn't know what a QR code was. How embarrassing is that?
You guys should be ashamed of yourselves, but hopefully next week you'll be more prepared for our questions on Brand Your Brain. This week we've got a staff spotlight. Leslie, who is it?
It is the Assistant Professor of Marketing, Rajesh Bagshi.
He did a new research study regarding how marketers can communicate pricing and deals in a way that attracts the most consumers. Let's roll the clip.
And what we study is whether the same information, if you frame it differently, how does it affect consumer perceptions? So for instance, if I'm selling you, say 70 songs on Apple iTunes, right, through them, I could either say, frame it as $29 for 70 songs, or I could frame the same information and tell you 70 songs for $29. How does that affect consumer perceptions? And what we find is that when I place the item information first, so I say 70 songs for $29, people tend to use items or the benefits that they're getting, that becomes more salient than the cost. And so it is actually a much better offer than if I said $29 for 70 songs. When I say $29, they're immediately thinking about the cost, and suddenly it's not as good as a deal. And we find this everywhere. I mean, if you go to Kroger, you'll see they'll say 10 items for $10. You find that. There are, like Walmart, there's Sam's Club, Costco. These typically sell larger packages, right, of goods. So in any such context, such framing will play a role.
Thank you, Professor Bagshi. We look forward to reading your study that will be published this summer.
That's all the time we have for this week on Brand the Future. Come back next time. We're going to have Chris Molyneux. He's a brand manager at the U.S. Smokeless Tobacco Company. So we're looking forward to sitting down and chatting with him. Also, we're going to learn a little bit more about the Virginia Tech Club rugby team. We were given the tall order of promoting their club, and the interesting part is that I have absolutely no idea how to play rugby, nor have I ever really watched it, so it should be interesting.
In the meantime, keep blogging. Tell us what you'd like to see on the show. Best idea that gets chosen will be the brand new winner for next week.
And we'll see you next week on Brand the Future. She's Leslie Chan.
He's Colin Carroll.
Thanks for watching.